friends, my name is Mermaid Ariadne, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Monofin tail bag. So the materials you'll need for this project are parchment paper, a fair bit of it if you have a large Monofin, because you're going to be tracing around your Monofin, which is the next thing you'll need. You'll need to know the size of your Monofin. A glue gun, because this is a project to be made entirely out of hot glue, except for the strap. So a glue gun. I would recommend a larger glue gun if you have it, because this little baby took a long time. It doesn't heat up the glue very quickly, so it took a while. Also, I would use a high temp glue gun if you have one. It just goes a lot faster. At one point I actually had 3 glue guns plugged in at the same time and was switching between them because it took a while. This is a rather time-consuming project, but it has a nice end result. And then you will need glue sticks. A lot of them. I used somewhere between probably 150 and 200 of the little mini ones. I'm sure you wouldn't need nearly that many of the larger ones if you do have a larger glue gun to use. And then last but not least, you're going to need some sort of material for your strap. I used a length of yarn that I crocheted into a chain just to strengthen it, but you could use anything. You could use ribbon or rope or yarn or any sort of string you have. So it's totally up to you, whatever you have available. Let's get started. Next, go ahead and trace around the entire outside of your Monofin, leaving about an inch or 2 on the edges. After this, you'll make another line on the inside of that, just maybe a centimeter across. Then go ahead and fill in between these lines with hot glue. You're going to want to make sure this is really stable, because this is your frame. After that, you can go ahead and fill in that with some scales. These you're going to still probably try to make pretty robust, because this is what'll actually keep the Monofin in, and you don't want it to break, obviously, or else your Monofin will fall out. You may want to try to strengthen up the edges of your frame, which is what I was doing just a second ago. Next, go ahead and make another one. This is your front and your back, so go ahead and make another side to what you've already done. And go ahead and measure around the outside from one tip of the top to the other tip, all the way around, and that'll tell you how long you need to make your little side walls. So for me, from tip to tip of the Monofin tail bag, it was about 60 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and trace out a little rectangle about 60 inches long by, I think I did 3 or 4 inches wide. And then I'm going to make a border for that out of hot glue. These lines don't need to be nearly as robust as the ones on the edge of the front and back of your tail, because this is just connecting between those two sides. Next, I made some little crisscrossy lines. I decided not to go scales for this side because it was just easier, and this will probably allow for better drainage and support. And then I went ahead and did more crisscrosses over top of that to keep anything from falling out of the bottom, in case the girl I'm making it for wants to put her goggles or something inside. Go ahead and take your 2 sides, your side wall, and your strap. Go ahead and set the strap aside and put aside one of your sides. Take the remaining side, which we'll call the back for all purposes, and then go ahead and take your side wall and line the edge of the top of the side wall up with the point of your Monofin. Go ahead and take some hot glue and start gluing them together. The hot glue will actually be hot enough that it will sort of melt the two surfaces together and help fuse them, so it'll be even stronger. And you can go ahead and continue this all the way around. Once you have it glued all the way around from one tip to the other, leaving the top open, you can take your other side and put it flat on the ground and then lay the part you just glued on top of it. I would highly recommend doing it this way rather than the other way because this will let gravity help you. Once you have the entire thing glued together with the top left open, go ahead and attach your strap.
Thank you all so much for making this project with me. I hope you had fun and it didn't take too long. Have a wonderful week, and I send you all love. Bye.